Not really, but I was thinking something similar along the lines of Thor's story, the way he was bringing the goats back to life, and Thor also wrestled Ellie. So it's more narrowing down who Thor is according to the Bible, maybe? Old woman that could defeat Thor was known as Ellie. She was a servant of Utgard Loki, living in Jotunheim, and she was the nurse of the giant. And he actually wrestled old age right there. So that gives you a good thing to reference in the Bible, saying, oh, he wrestled old age, so where in the Bible would that wrestling of old age come from? Genesis 32, we have Jacob was left alone, wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. When he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched him in the hollow of his thigh. Hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of a joint as he wrestled with him. He said, Let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. And he said to him, What is thy name? And he said, The name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. And he asked him to bless him. It's interpreted as he was actually wrestling God himself or an angel. But God blessed him and that was it. And Thor wrestled with the giant, and so you kind of be a little bit skeptical about that, whether it was the same situation or not. But that's about the only instance you get with wrestling, except it says wrestling with powers, principalities, and evil and such, but no other physical wrestling. As for what I was talking about before, Thor helped the peasants and their 2 children to the meat. Eat all you will, good people, beware of breaking the bones. I have a special reason for wishing them to be kept whole. Okay, he rarely tasted meat. This was a great feast for him. And Loki says the marrow inside the bone is best of all, and forgetting Thor's command, cracked the bone and sucked out the marrow. Okay, so then you have this part right here. Quickly he gathered together the bones of the goats and put them into the skins. So there's whole bones and whole skins. Lifting his mighty hammer, he repeated some magic words called runes. Instantly, 2 goats were skipping around as lively if they had enjoyed a good meal and a night's rest instead of having served food for others. Thor noticed that one of them limped, the bone that was cracked. So Ezekiel is doing the same thing as Thor is doing when he's raising up the bones. The question is whether he is Thor or some other being. But that's what I was thinking, like Thor doing the same thing as Ezekiel, maybe looking in his side, Ezekiel might have the answer to wrestling Ellie. But I didn't really find anything there, but I did find that Jacob one for you. But I'm still searching on the other ones.